And now to the Iran war. 50,000 U.S. troops are in that region now, with President Donald Trump setting his sights on oil in Iran. Secretary of State Marco Rubio spoke to ABC News about the latest developments there. ABC's Karen Travers takes us to the White House.
In a new post on social media, President Trump says the U.S. is currently engaged in serious discussions with a new and more reasonable regime to end our military operations in Iran. Secretary of State Marco Rubio on Good Morning America saying there are people in Iran talking to the U.S. in ways that previous leaders have not.
Some of the things they're willing to do, some of the things they're saying they're willing to do. Obviously, they have to go do it. We're going to test that proposition very strongly because we always prefer to settle things through negotiation and diplomacy.
Secretary Rubio says messages are being relayed through mediators, but wouldn't say who the U.S. is engaging with in Iran.
Well, I'm not going to disclose to you who those people are because it probably would get them in trouble with some other groups of people inside of Iran. Look, there's some fractures going on there internally.
Still, the president on social media this morning threatening to expand U.S. strikes against Iran if negotiations fail. The war with Iran is now entering its fifth week, and the U.S. military presence in the region is growing. 3,500 sailors and Marines from the 31st Marine Expeditionary Unit, equipped with transport and strike fighter aircraft and amphibious assault capabilities, are now in the region. A second Marine unit is expected to arrive in May. The president is not ruling out a ground invasion in Iran.
I just have lots of alternatives. We have tremendous numbers of ships over there. We don't need them all because of, the power.
The White House says it's the job of the Pentagon to make preparations in order to give the commander-in-chief maximum optionality. But Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said these moves do not mean the president has made a decision. Meanwhile, missiles continue raining down on Tehran, and Iran striking back, hitting an Israeli oil refinery in Haifa.
Karen Travers, ABC News, the White House.
President Trump says Iran has agreed to allow 20 more oil tankers to pass through the Strait of Hormuz, a move he says shows negotiations are going well. Still, oil prices continue to rise.